Welcome to Fix Your Boat on the road, on the high seas, on tour. Today we are in Langkawi, making the journey back from Port Dickson in Malaysia, where I joined the two shipmates, delivered some engine parts to them, just some engine mounts which needed to be changed. That job was done. We've got clearance to go, but we didn't go today because it's just a bit stormy, which we could do, but you know, it's nicer when it's the weather's more clement and there's no particular schedule for the delivery. We're on an X52, which is a Danish boat. There it is, and yeah, this was in the region of about £180,000. It was bought in Australia and has been sailed all the way up from there. And yeah, she's a lovely boat, 2006, but my goodness, she's not perfect. I mean, a lot of things are broken. In fact, there's more things that need the attentions of Fix Your Boat on this boat than there are on mine. The in-mast furling has broken. That's why the sail is lying around over there. This is an in-boom furling system for the mainsail, which is a real pain in the arse, apparently. Yeah, I mean, the engine mount's broke. It's got issues, you know. It's going to need a lot of work, and it did have a little prang during the journey as well, so there's a bit of damage to the front. But so I don't know, I think it makes me feel a bit better about my boat actually, and it underlines the fact that there's always something to be done on the Fix Your Boat sort of schedule. But there she is. I'll take you downstairs just to show you what life on board is like. And yeah, it's like a very nice, somewhat spacious saloon area. There we are. Very nicely finished. But yeah, I think mine is slightly nicer. Oops, a daisy. What's happening here? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure what happened there. It seems to have gone into a different mode on the camera. So this is the downstairs saloon area. We've got two berths at the back. Yeah, all very comfortable, nice. Double berth here. And you know, there's no shortage of living space here. It's a beautiful boat. So that's what it looks like. So we'll walk up now and see the guys. So I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so I've got my shoes on now, so we can walk and talk. Here we are. It's Langkawi, which is a very well-known port in northern Malaysia with some sort of duty-free aspect, although of course they're clamping down on all of that nowadays. But you can still get some duty-free here. But a lot of people use this for registering boats as a friendly authority from Thailand, which is a sort of fussier authority really to register and maintain your boat. Now, last time I got interrupted as I was explaining something I didn't realise until I'd uploaded the video. What I was saying, that what cools the planet, you see, it's very apparent at the equator. You know, you just look up and you see what, trillions, quadrillions of tons of water evaporated from the surface. That's what's cooling the planet. You know, that's what regulates the heat on the planet. The whole idea that 1 in every 25,000 air molecules, which is CO2, 1 in every 25,000 is somehow doing the same job or anything like the amount of work as all of this water, where the water is just continually boiled off all the time by the sun hitting the sea. Like a dog panting, it just goes up into the sky. It's crazy. And out of that 1 in every 25,000, only one molecule approximately in 75 million. One molecule in every 75 million is contributed by humans. And it might be even less than that by recent estimates, because we've upped the estimates for the amount of CO2 that's released naturally by volcanoes and the like, and other natural sources, and the amount dissolved in the sea. So you could be talking about, 1 in 150 million molecules. One of those will be a human-created CO2, and that's meant to be pushing the temperature of the planet up. It's absolute insanity. And I know I keep talking about this, but it's being used to blight and impoverish the lives of everybody on the planet by making energy expensive. And it just continues to make rich people richer. Those that hold oil and gas are, ironically, massively well served by the scarcity imposed upon that resource by not exploring it properly and attempting to get this ridiculous net zero attempt to change over to so-called clean fuels, which will never ever work. The whole thing is just a money-making scam and a power play by the global elites. What we see here, all of this air, this warm air here at the equator and all over the planet, but particularly at the equator, is a river of heat going up out to space. Of heat, of actual heat, not radiation. Difference is that the heat that's carried is what they call sensible heat, which means that the molecules in the air and the water vapor molecules are vibrating, and that's where they get the temperature from that activity. They lose that energy as heat. And there's no radiation down here. There's no back radiation. It's a river of heat. So if you had a river, this river is, I think, about 25 kilometres to space. Say you had a 25 kilometre river flowing out to sea, and you set up some pumping stations on that river, say after sort of 12 kilometres, and you started to pump some of that water that was flowing out to sea, you pumped it back upstream a bit, it wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. The whole idea of radiative forcing is just absolutely absurd. The physics of this is complete nonsense, and it's just voodoo and a fraud, massive fraud and scam. And that's why I keep talking about it, because it's the tip of the spear when it comes to bullying and controlling people and denying us the resources that we need to live comfortable lives, and we need to all be aware of it. That's why I keep mentioning it. So that's the rather pleasant, looks a little bit like some of the Orkney Islands, actually. It reminds me of the Isle of Skye, those sort of colourful buildings, cottagey type of buildings. There is an English influence, very tidy country actually, Malaysia, and there's a sort of an English influence on the architecture, and the bits I've seen have been lovely actually, and the people are really lovely. I mean, it's not actually officially, I was talking to the taxi driver, a Muslim country. It's just that they have become a bigger part of the population over the last 60 years since independence, because they have a lot of children. But yes, there's a lot of traditional Muslim dress and attire and society here, and some very strict laws as well. But yeah, the girls are all sort of kind of very giggly and friendly, and it's a very well-ordered, peaceful, kind of laid-back country. Yet another amazing country out here in Southeast Asia, along with the Philippines, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Each one of them absolutely fascinating. And this is a very traditional sea route as well. This is the spice route, and we were actually on the Straits of Malacca. We came up from the south of Malaysia, through the Straits of Malacca. That's the busiest shipping route in the world. You could see lines and lines of tankers queuing up to get into Kuala Lumpur. There were sort of hundreds of fishing boats with big green lights on catching squid, and I was piloting the ship on my shift through that at night, getting some valuable night experience, you know, using the radar, which is a fascinating piece of kit. And yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience and a lovely trip. Another 2 days to go. We set off tomorrow. Yeah. So yeah, that's most of what I wanted to say, I think, really, for this update. All's well. I have been kind of very preoccupied and somewhat introspective. I think that's been the theme of the last few months of the Fix Your Boat channel. People have commented on it, but I'm fine. I've just got some challenges, and when I get back I'm going to lay some spanners on the engine, get it out, and we'll see if we can't fix it up. And yeah, and then I'll be back here, I think, at some point, back along this neck of the woods. There we go. You can see, lovely bar, great view, and I ordered a couple of cartoon sailors. So that's these guys here. Give a wave to my YouTube channel, guys. These are the cartoon sailors that I ordered. Yeah. So, and yeah, there was a lot of laughter in this bar yesterday. A lot of beer was drunk. A lot of raucous laughter. I was having a silly poem competition, making up silly little poems with somebody else, and God, we were loud. We were loud. But there's something about, yeah, I mean, I'm getting back on the wagon actually. I haven't had a drink today, but you know, perfect beer conditions, I'm afraid, you know. And when in Rome, you know, do as the Romans do. It's kind of part of the job. And yeah, it's that kind of job. You don't get many of those jobs anymore where your bar bill's paid, but that's what these guys have got sorted out for them as the captain of the boat, delivering that boat. And yeah, so fix your boat up, Kuala Lumpur. That was my captain's log. Forgot to say it again, didn't I? And yeah, see you later.